بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله. We continue reading from Imam Al-Ghazali's Ihya al-Din, book 20 on prophetic ethics and كتاب أدب المعيشة وأخلاق النبوة. And we did say this before twice that this book really is not strictly speaking about ethics. It's also about the physiognomy of the Prophet ﷺ, and also it does address theological issues regarding the miracles and the signs associated with the prophecy of Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, proving his prophecy, the highest of which, of course, the Quran itself. But still things happened, and not all of the things that are mentioned here are sound and the traditions. And one excellent example of an unsound tradition is the following one, which is number 25 in the list of the miracles and signs associated with the Prophet ﷺ that we have read, and simply we are going over, continuing the verification of these traditions. Now, as I said, this is number 25. This is the hadith in which he said to a group of companions that one of them would be his tooth, his really mole, if you will, on the in hellfire, like the Mount Uhud. This hadith is narrated by Darqutni from the narration of Abu Huraira without a chain of narrators, and there is another version, if you will, again by Darqutni and others, except that the chain of narrators include Abdullah bin Nuh, who is really abandoned in terms of the scholars of hadith, abandoned in the sense of matruk. You don't really accept his narration, and the end result will be that it seems that this hadith has enough problems with the chain of narrators, or the non-existent, like in the first case, of a chain of narrators. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala a'la wa a'lam. The following hadith is the sign number 26, the miracle number 26, that he said to another group, the last one of you is dead in fire, and the last one of them fell lifeless in fire. But it has a narrator, like on the chain of narrators, Dawood ibn Khabir. He is very weak. He's weak. The Jumhur, like the overwhelming majority of the scholars of hadith, would not render his hadith as sound. Number 27, he called two trees. Thereupon they came to him. They joined and they separated. This is narrated by Imam Ahmad in his Musnad with a sound chain of narrators. The next one, number 28, Prophet Muhammad ﷺ urged Christians to this is the mubahala as it is described, He urged Christians to imprecate him, but they refused. This hadith is narrated by Al-Bukhari. Okay. The hadith of Amir ibn Tufayl the hadith is problematic. بسند لين, the chain narrators is not that strong. The next one is about the Prophet ﷺ being poisoned. He was fed a poisoned shoulder. Muhammad continued to live. This is in the translation. It's a silly, a grave mistake. He lived for 40 years thereafter. Oh, come on. It's 4 years. It's not 40. This would have meant that the Prophet ﷺ the whole vocation of the Prophet ﷺ, the length of his life as a prophet, the whole thing is 23 years, 13 in Mecca and 10 in Medina. So this mistake should not be there. He related the next one, number 33. He related the Battle of Badr, the slaughtering places of the chiefs of Quraysh. He furthermore acquainted them man after man of their respective places. Not one of them deviated from that place. This hadith about these details on the Battle of Badr, about the death of the strong men of the knights, of Quraysh, narrated by Imam Muslim. We did not mention that the hadith about the poisoned goat, that shoulder, it's narrated by both Al-Bukhari and Muslim. The hadith about the future in, that the portion of his ummah would raid by sea. This is again narrated by Bukhari and Muslim, including I think she narrated the hadith, and I think she joined that first raid by the sea, and that she's buried in Cyprus. The earth was rolled up for him. This is narrated by Imam Muslim as such, that the domain of his ummah would reach that which he saw really. He told his daughter Fatima that she would be the first of his family to reach him, to follow him after he passes away, is agreed upon by Bukhari and Muslim. That's his daughter. And then I think it's her his wives. He told them that, of course, this is a metaphor in Arabic about the having the longest hand is about the most generous amongst them would follow him, meaning that should be the first one to die after him. And this is al-Mu'mineen Zainab bint Jahsh. Yes, she was the most generous. The next hadith is basically striking the barren udder of a she goat, and it became, it gave milk. This is the hadith of very famous of Ma'bad, the Khuzaiya, on the way during the migration from Mecca to Medina. It's narrated by Imam Ahmad from the narration of Ibn Mas'ud, and that was the reason why Ibn Mas'ud became a Muslim. It has a good chain of narrators. The next one about the putting back the eye that fell, that was dislodged. This hadith has an uncertainty in the chain of narrators. فيه اضطراب. The next one is about healing the eye of Ali bin Abi Talib. This is متفق عليه, narrated by Imam Bukhari and Muslim. And they used to hear the food which was before Prophet Muhammad praising Allah, narrated by Al-Bukhari. The next one is the hadith about the foot of one of his companions being smitten, so he wiped it with his hand and it healed immediately. This is narrated by Imam Al-Bukhari. And number 43, the provisions of the army who were with the Prophet ﷺ, they were very, very little, having become small in quantity, the provisions. And the Prophet ﷺ called for bringing all that remained, and he blessed it, and then he ordered them to take of it, and they did, and all of them filled their vessels. This is narrated by both Al-Bukhari and Muslim from the narration of Salam ibn al-Aqwa. The last few, the last two, Al-Hakim ibn al-As ibn Wa'il, he imitated Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam gait in a derisive manner, and the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Be like that, become like that," and he remained like that until he died, because he mocked the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam in the way he used to walk, and it has a good chain of narrators, but it is not spelled that it's not really Imam Bukhari or Muslim. The very last one is about the woman who the Prophet ﷺ asked for her hand in marriage. Her father said that she has leprosy, simply as an excuse. She was not, and here it says that the Prophet said that let it be a leprosy. And this hadith she is mentioned by Ibn al-Jawzi, and he named her. I could not find basically a clear chain of narrators, but at any rate, we are done with these signs and miracles, and maybe by at the beginning of the next session, inshallah, maybe tomorrow I'll be able to pinpoint that sign, that hadith. Until then, inshallah, subhanakallah wa bihamdik, nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta, astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.